Hey, this is Alex Iser with Phone Doctors, and today we're going to do an LCD replacement on the Samsung Infuse, the i997. It's a little different than what our other video shows on the Infuse. This one is basically just doing the LCD by itself. Sometimes the frame is not always available with the LCD, and so we have to resort to getting just the LCD by itself. So what we're going to do today, in short, is we're going to take your phone apart and then remove the frame that's already on the phone and install the new LCD. So let's get started. We have a Phillips screwdriver that's included in the DIY kit. We have a metal phone opening tool. We also have a plastic pick that's double-sided. And we're going to go ahead and remove the back cover off the phone from the top. And it just picks right off. Put it to the side. Take our battery, and then we have a SIM card and typically a memory card. The memory card is basically spring-loaded, so we'll go ahead and pull that out. Notice how it's upside down when you put it back in. We're going to just give the SIM card a little boost. I've already taken the screws out, but there's 6 screws in the back. There's 3 on each side. Okay, now we'll take this black phone opening tool. We're going to come in. There's a small seam that runs between the glass and the back housing, but we're just going to split that, get our tool in there, and then just wedge out. You see how it just opened it really nice. We're going to do that all the way around until it gets completely free. And do that on the side here. Perfect. A little bit more on this other side. Good. And then just pop it right off. Put that part to the side. Now we need our Phillips screwdriver. We have 2 screws to remove. You have one on the bottom right of the circuit board here. Take that and put that to the side. One more right up here between the camera and the headset jack. Okay, and we have a couple cables that we need to unplug. This is the LCD display cable. Just picks off. Then this is another cable here. We want to just barely just kind of loosen that camera up a little bit. Unplug that cable. And at the bottom right, we have this other cable right there that just comes loose. I can just take the circuit board just like that and just kind of give it a little sway, a little wiggle. It'll come right out of the frame. Now, this is where it goes into a little bit more difficult level of repair, because separating the glass, which is adhered by 3M adhesive to the mid-frame, it can prove to be a little bit sticky. This glass is not broken, just the LCD below, and so what we really need to do is all along the whole frame on the outside edge, that's really where it's pretty sticky. And then it's also sticky right around here in the middle. So let's just try this. We're going to take our metal opening tool and we're just going to find that little seam right between the light gray and then the glass, and let's just get it in there like so, and just go slow and just work all around the edge. Okay, and it is going to break glass, so you might want to put on a pair of reading glasses or sunglasses or something like that, just so you don't shoot any glass up in your eye. I would hate that would happen to you. So just go slow, take your time like I said. What would even help too, typically if we're doing this for your phone, if you decided that you want to mail it in to the Phone Doctors, which we would love to do that for you, we use a heat gun, and what the heat gun does is it really softens up that adhesive, and it would make this thing come off really easy. So if you have a blow dryer, take the blow dryer and just heat this thing up really, really well. Okay, so now that we've kind of come pretty much all the way around, we're going to come in where the AT&T logo is at the top of the phone, and this is where we're going to start to pry it up. And just be careful here. Might even help to get another tool in here to help pry. Okay, like so. It's nice that we give you several tools to make this work. So let's get a good side shot here. This screen is actually kind of like a double layer screen. You have the LCD, which is below, and then this is, of course, your touch screen. So we're actually going to be pulling the LCD along with that touch screen. See how it's separating nicely there. Here at the bottom, there is a small little flex cable that underlies the glass here, and it makes these touch buttons work. So as we're separating this, we want to be cautious not to rip that little tiny flex cable. So we'll take our little metal opening tool here and just nice and gently make sure that we're lifting it up without that cable. Because if you rip that cable, then you're going to have a little bit of a problem. So let's just go nice and slow. Okay. Okay, easy here. You can see right in here, see that cable, how it's lifting up? That's what we don't want to see, and so we need to come back in here and just ever so gently separate that from the glass. Okay, so you can see that some of this cable actually lifted up a little tiny bit. You probably wouldn't really experience it the way that I did, because most of the time that thing is going to be breaking up all over the place with the glass. So what we need to do is just kind of reset this upper coating over top of this cable here. So take that down like that. Take this coating and just get that right back down over top of it, like so. Now, you would also probably have broken shards of glass around the edges and whatnot. I luckily did not, because I went around pretty much the entire surface with the phone opening tool, and so it made for a pretty clean separation. But now, check the surface, like I said, for any broken shards of glass. If there is any, you want to get those off. Sometimes this little speaker mesh, that can be left on the LCD. So if it was, you want to take it off of the LCD and you want to put it back on over the frame right here. With the new LCD, we'll go ahead and just remove that plastic protective tape, and we want to remove the 3M tape that is pre-installed on the LCD. Okay, this is your main LCD cable. That's going to be the first thing that we're focused on. We're going to put it through the little slot in the inside of this metal housing, or metal frame. Once it feeds in there, now the job is, this is sticky, and so we need to line it up accurately. Probably a good gauge would be to see the speaker mesh over the little hole there, and then just feel that it feels flush on both sides and feels flush on the top and bottom. Once it does feel flush on both of those, you just want to squeeze it together and get all that new adhesive sticking to the middle frame. So at this point, that is the hardest part of the entire repair. Now you can put it in cruise control and just finish the repair up. So we'll take our new our circuit board, excuse me, and we need to install it. So getting our cables all spread out so they don't get covered up when we put the circuit board on. We'll just start plugging those guys right back in. And these you want to line them up just right, and then they'll press on nice and easy. You don't want to force it. Make sure these little extra guys are all pushed down in their little appropriate spots. All right, 2 black screws, one up here, one down here. We need to install those. Okay, take our back rear housing and we'll get that set at the top, get that flush, and then push all the way around, and that's it, you guys. You can take your memory card, get that back in. It's spring loaded, so there you go. Put your SIM card in, get your 6 screws back in, throw your battery cover in there, and that's it. The Samsung Infuse LCD digitizer replacement.